my loves, welcome back to my channel, and today we're talking about all that is needed is a recognition. Basically, when you're dealing with what I call troubling thoughts or suffering, suffering thoughts or the suffering of the mind, all that's needed is a recognition. All that there's needed is a recognition to be made there. Basically, when you recognize that you're in your thoughts and that they are just thoughts, that these thoughts are not reality. Sometimes your thoughts, if there's no problem, your mind can make one up. It will go event to events that already has happened and project them on other people. And by doing this, it could be something that someone said something and you see them, oh, here's she getting ready to say. And you've already set the pretense, if you believe that, oh, here she comes. Oh, here we go again. All of those type of things. And then already, because of the belief in those, you have created an environment of resistance. And so when you do in turn interact with that being, there's already an environment that is made. And so maybe because of the environment it's already thick, then there's a reaction from there being, and then you can see how that can go back and forth. So when the thoughts, it's good to kind of step back and notice that sometimes, the thoughts, not sometimes, the thoughts can go on and on. They can create and project an endless amount of scenarios. And sometimes a good practice that we can do is just to step back and observe them in those times where maybe someone has did something. Maybe you've been at work and get ready to go into work and you're like, oh, I hope today is not like it was yesterday. Already there's a projection. Or you go in, I hope my boss doesn't say this. Oh, here they come looking sideways again. All these things are projections. These are mind things. These are mind sufferings. These are things that we need to observe and recognize that this is not our reality right now. And that's one of the tips that I like to use is when there is a thought that arises that maybe someone has had an action in the past, doesn't mean that they're going to act again. But because I projected this, I created this energy towards them, people, they pick up on your energetic spirit or your suffering body, whatever you want to call it, or mind, that or it creates an energy. And so the best thing to do is to say to yourself, this is not my reality now. Whether or not it happened 100 times before, even if you go down there and be like, oh no, they're getting ready to go down there and dirty up the kitchen, I just clean. Even if that happens, there doesn't need to be a projection, that it's going to happen. You can say to yourself, this is not my reality now, before each thought. And I've learned that that's created such an ambience of peace and love at all times. And when you do approach a situation that may not be as favorable as you like, you approach it with grace and peace, and it just changes how the flow of things. It becomes more agreeable. The things around you is there's a less suffering in that kind of energy, and you actually do contribute to creating a world of love and peace for yourself and for those around you. Because even if you meet resistance with love, it's going to dissipate that resistance and your world will change. So these are great tips to incorporate. Just start with yourself. Start with how you approach the day, how you approach the situation, how you approach the thoughts that are in your mind. Those sometimes, if nothing's wrong, your thoughts will make something wrong. I mean, it will. It will, if you let it create your day for you. So the best thing you can do is approach everything with the love, and then just remind yourself, recognition. Have that recognition that this is not my reality now. And that is the mantra of this year. This is not my reality now. Something to come up. And someone was fussing about something yesterday. And that thought, immediately that thought comes up, oh, they're going to be fussing. Recognize that this thought has been created. And tell it, this is not my reality now. And then go back. There's something else you have to do. You have to go back to that place of peace. Go back to home. Just open up your heart and allow love to cover it all, to where there's no thought, no projection, no belief, no perceive. You perceive things, but no judgment on what you perceive. And so with that, you create a reality that you will love, that others can feel, and the universe can be in harmony with. And so I thought I would leave you with these tips. These are things that you could actively help to create your environment in the way, whether you're going to work, whether you're dealing with family, whether you're dealing with friends, whether you're dealing with yourself. Just stop and recognize the energies that are around you. Sometimes I get to a place, because I have a 3-year-old, where I'm like, okay, I just need time for myself. And then I'll think about that, because that thought right there, that I need time for myself. And so when there is an external approach or climbing on me, then I'm approaching it with irritation. It's like, go sit down, go blah, blah, blah. But it's because that I've already created the thought that I need time to myself. And what is time and what is myself? Those things need to be analyzed too. And why do I need this? What is needed should already be here. So there's no need, really time for myself, because there is really no time. All we have is now, the present. And so there's nothing really needed, because what we have is, is what is. And so by me setting up that thought that there's a need, created an agitation when I'm approached, when I'm jumped on, talked to, or, I'm not allowed to just get a little quiet time. I've already set an environment there's resistance to anything other than the need. So yeah, let's take out the need. Let's take out the desire. Let's take out the projections. And we'll let it be. When it comes, it will come. That time. I'm not saying you don't, quiet time. Don't utilize that when you get it. But yeah, don't just the mindset right there of a need can create just that whirlwind. So that's all there is need, is a recognition of that. And I think I will leave you all with that. Just wanted to kind of give you a tip to approach each and every moment with love. Just so you can have the type of environment that you are looking for, the world that you need, and not really need. There we go with the need word, but the world of love that is what you are. I guess a world that will reflect you, and you are love. So we'll leave it there. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. Remember that you are beautiful, and I love you. Bye.